All right, if you've bought one of these Cub Cadets ZT1 mowers, you know they mow like a Dickens. But when you're going Mach 5, it shakes the bejeebus out of your body. So what I ended up doing is getting an aftermarket seat suspension kit from Track Seats. So I'll let you look at the finished product. This is what it looks like right here. This is the kit. What you have to do is, in order on this model, you have to make a modification. You have to put in these 3/4 inch type spacers here so that the springs on the aftermarket kit can actually depress. If you just mount this to this model, the springs in here won't be able to give you any cushion. So you do have to make this modification. I checked with the company and that's what they told me to do. Also, I made this modification here. I did another 3/4 spacer here. And the reason I did that is there's a kill switch on the bottom of the seat, and if you don't put the spacer in here, there's not enough room for the kill switch to exist between the bottom of the seat and the springs. And if you can see it deep in there, but we'll show you more of that a little bit later. So again, this is the finished product. I'll show you a different angle. Here, maybe you can see the kill switch down in there more easily. And then those are spacers there, and those are spacers there. I'll have more on that in a little bit. This is the kill switch here. I'll show you, it used to be attached to the seat there. I'll show you that. And the modifications that I made here, I'll show you those. But I do have to say, it was worth every penny after taking it on a test ride. So I sent an email to Track Seats asking them which model I needed, and they emailed me saying this is the one that'll fit my tractor if I make the modifications. So this is it here in the box. See the screws there are 5/16 and the bolts and everything. That's what it looks like. Remove the kill switch. And then we're gonna make that longer later. All right, we're gonna remove the seat. So now that I have the seat off, I've got the aftermarket spring here. So you have to line it up with the holes there. And I marked the holes on the other side with the pen where the seat used to be. So then you have to line it up there. The back side here, you're definitely gonna need washers to make up that gap right there and over there. And the other thing is, you have to, in order for the kill switch to have enough room to work, you have to raise this by 1/2 inch to 3/4 of an inch. So I'm gonna work on that next. So to raise the spring up 3/4 of an inch on the bottom side, you could either use something like this, get a bunch of fender washers, maybe 15 of them, and stack them up, 5/16 hole, like that. Or you could, if you can find spacers, which I had a hard time doing Teflon spacers, I just finally gave up trying to find them. I also have this piece of rubber here, and I could cut some of this and maybe stack a few of them on there, so maybe it's a little bit more forgiving. I'm gonna see how hard it is to cut this rubber, and if it's not hard, then I might make 8 of those for over there. If it's hard, then I'm just going to go back to my original plan and use these fender washers. I'm just stack them up. Obviously, you have to buy longer screws. The kit over there came with 3/4, actually 1 inch screws here. So if you're going to raise it by 3/4, then you need 1 3/4 screws. So I'm just using a box cutter here to cut this, and it's going pretty quickly. So that's what it's going to look like. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 washers on there, and that gets me to 3/4 of an inch. This is what it looks like now that I have the rubber on there and the 5 fender washers. So that's what it looks like once it's mounted right there. Now I have to do the seat. I've got my top spacers on now. You can see I've got my 1 3/4 screw, I've got my rubber, and I have 5 fender washers on here. Again, this is just what I've decided to use. You could use all washers, maybe get a nut, anything that's that can be a spacer here that's pretty durable. Now I gotta put the seat on. All right, so the seat is on. Now what we have to do is work on the kill switch, making this longer so that it can plug back in. This is what it looks like after we extended the pigtail that goes to the safety shutoff switch on your seat. So we made the splice right here. I bought some of this at Home Depot to cover it up, and I'll slide that down and I'll cover that up once I'm done. So then it used to attach right here where the seat was, but now you can see that the springs here, we've got enough room because of the adjustments we made. And then if I close it, you get a view right here. I made enough room with these spacers here so that the spring has enough room to go up and down, and then enough spacers right there so that the switch in there has enough clearance. Now if I were to do this again, hindsight's everything, right? I would have attached this safety switch here under there before I attached the seat. Because getting that in there and snapping it on, very difficult when you don't have much room to work with. So if you're going to do it, I would suggest hooking this up first before you attach the seat to the unit. I think you make your life a lot easier. All right, here I'll show you once again the model number, track seats, and this is the one that goes with this unit. I'll put the link to how to buy it in the comments. Good luck.